Draffet store. This week, to go along with hand in hand with last week's belief, which I mean I could have rambled on for forever. It's just way too easy. I decided to follow it up with respect because they pretty much go hand in hand. And I'll explain. Now, when you have people with their particular beliefs, they expect, not some of them expect you to respect their beliefs and their way of doing things. Yet, in the same instance, they will go out of their way to totally annihilate whatever your beliefs are, or push their beliefs, which is disrespectful in my book, on you. Now, what I mean by push their beliefs, discussing other people's beliefs or opinions or philosophies or debating them, that is respectful in involvement with other people, whether it's a Christian and an Islamic together talking about the difference between one's belief and the others and how they're similar. That's respectful. Disrespectful is a Christian forcing an Islamic to change his beliefs for himself, and vice versa for an Islamic to force the Christians to change their beliefs. Okay. Now, I would say I could probably go on with this, but it boils down to this. A lot of people talk, I won't even say a lot of people, the people out there that talk about respect and how respect should be given and received. I mean, I'm one of them, but I know how it really should be. Mother Teresa was a prime example of how respect should have been given. I base mine off of how I saw one of my grandmothers treat everybody, which was really respectful. She didn't knock anybody down. She did not, bring herself up. She treated everybody with the same utmost respect. Now, in my life, I haven't always done that, and I'll be wholeheartedly honest that I haven't always done that. My wholehearted belief is if you're going to show me respect the same way that you want me to show you. So if you knock on me and you're not doing it in a funny way, and then I go out of my way and disrespect you, you better, plain and simple, you better fucking take it, because you were being disrespectful to me, and I have every right to be disrespectful to you. I mean, I've had old employers, past fellow employees, friends, the whole 9 yards. Now, like I said, I haven't always been respectful to people, and I know it, and I know when I'm not, most of the time. But I'm not one of these people that, I mean, I've said it, but never really actually applied it. You have to earn my respect. You don't have to earn my respect. All you gotta do is treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect. I mean, if I nod my head at you, nod back. I mean, it's and acknowledge that, hey, how's it going? And being polite. This whole, earn other people's respect, or I've gotten to this position, you need to respect me. If you act like an ass and you treat me like shit, or treat other people like shit, I'm not going to respect you at all, because you don't fucking deserve it. I don't care who you are. I mean, but it goes across the board. I mean, it's one of the things that I've talked about for probably, I made comments on since I was like early 20s, that people don't understand what it is, and the problem with it is we have so many different views on what it should be. whether it's coming from movies or family, telling you how it should be, and then them not always doing it. Okay, sometimes it's like with bullies, telling them that you should show them respect. It's not respect they're looking for; it's fear. There's a big difference between respect and fear. Like I said, prime example of what I look for. I mean, in reality, and it has been put out there, is people like Mother Teresa, my grandmother, my one great uncle, who didn't show anybody any form of disrespect whatsoever. That I saw my whole life. They didn't, uh, put down another person's beliefs. I mean, the only time my grandmother, well, not even that, she was actually trying to get my father to be, more of a father, take care of his kids. So it's actually not being disrespectful, because she was trying to respect us. But I mean, even if you're looking toward it for Hollywood, for example, two prime ones would be Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid and Jackie Chan's character from the new Karate Kid. I mean, perfect examples of how you treat somebody with respect. Now, I mean, and then the kids and the teachers in those, the senseis in those, and sifus that they were going against showed utmost disrespect, but yet wanting respect. I mean, Hollywood is ripe with people showing both sides of the respect disrespect thing. Everybody's daily life probably the same way. I mean, I've worked in restaurants, I've delivered pizzas, I worked retail, and it all depends on the people. Like, I've seen people that could afford, like, the one time I worked at a toy store. I was at the holidays, I had a woman come in, and she could have afforded the toy. But when she came up to the register to buy it, she was totally disrespectful to my supervisor, or my manager, and it was real bitch, okay? And trying to get all this, stuff that, knocked off price and this, and she didn't like that. And then you had a woman who really couldn't afford the thing, was willing to pay it, and just, here, thanks, have a nice holiday. And it was totally respectful to him. And I mean, I've seen both sides at work. I've seen both sides in my managers and my supervisors. Some of them are really respectful and decent managers and supervisors. In my first plastic factory, the woman that was actually the supervisor was actually a really decent supervisor, one of my best ones that I had. My first factory job, we went, across the board. One supervisor that was on the afternoons, she was real decent supervisor, though she wasn't really in charge of my area. But her husband, who was this first shift supervisor, was a real dick and real disrespectful prat. But he expected, you to treat him with respect because of his position of authority. But I mean, in a whole, you fundamentally have to realize what real respect is, okay? Not this, bullshit respect that other people state, because well, I want to be treated respectfully and decently. I try to do that to just about everybody I'm around. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm being disrespectful sometimes. Maybe I am without even knowing about it, with it taking the joke too far, or not asking questions. But for the most part, I've had the same. You know. But to end this one, I mean, the best way I could put it is just more people need to be like Mother Teresa, and that includes people in charge. With that, this is draffet, and this is draffet store. Have fun. Next week is first week of July. So, like I said, I've had martial arts, MMA, and talking about Bigfoot, and all of those will be in a specific week. The first week, though, I'm going to play it by ear. I think the week of the 16th or whatever it is, I have to double check, is going to be the MMA for the Chael Sonnen Silva Fight 2. Right around the 23rd-ish, 21st, will be on martial arts in respect to the 39th anniversary of the passing of Bruce Lee. And then the Bigfoot thing, because at the end of March, at the end of July, here in Michigan, there's actually, which I would have loved to have been able to go to, but I can't because I have no vehicle. The 26th, and I'm not involved with this in any way. It is just an event that's going on here in the state, a Bigfoot conference kind of thing for the 26th, 27th, and 28th of July. With that, like I said, I'm draffet. Have fun.